This morning, a quiet piece of news slipped by, easily overshadowed by countless other noisy events. A 72-year-old woman passed away unexpectedly. The cause? A mistake she made in the morning that perhaps she herself didn't even realize. Something seemingly so normal, so common that many of us, especially those who have passed the age of 70, still do it every day without a second thought. The harsh but necessary truth is this. As we age, our bodies become significantly more sensitive to small habits that previously, in our youth, we might have dismissed as harmless. Like a machine that has worked reliably for decades, it no longer has the capacity to withstand small impacts as before. And unfortunately, those seemingly small choices, repeated day after day, can add up, accumulating into hidden dangers, placing our health and even our lives in serious jeopardy without us knowing. They are like silent drops causing the cup to overflow, small cracks gradually widening on the once solid dam of our health. In today's exploration, we will delve together into the scene of seemingly peaceful mornings to uncover 4 common morning mistakes that could be silently putting you in danger without you realizing it. These are not vague warnings. These are mistakes proven to directly impact cardiovascular health, the circulatory system, which has already become slower, the increasingly fragile ability to maintain balance, and even brain function, the clarity we strive to preserve. And the worst part? Most people over 70 make at least one of these mistakes every single morning, turning the start of each new day into a risky gamble with their health. But don't panic or worry just yet. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. The good news is that once you become aware of these traps, they become surprisingly easy to fix and avoid. Changing these small habits doesn't require extraordinary effort, but the rewards are immense. It could be the fragile difference between continuing to enjoy a healthy, active, independent life and suddenly facing a serious medical emergency that completely changes your life and the lives of your loved ones. Stick with me through this journey, because the final mistake we will discuss is a hidden culprit that almost no one talks about, yet it's one of the most potentially dangerous. Many seniors don't even realize they are doing it every day, yet can significantly increase the risk of falls, cause sudden dizzy spells, and even lead to serious heart problems. You definitely don't want to miss this crucial information. It could be the key to protecting yourself and maintaining your quality of life for many years to come. Let's start with the first action most of us take upon waking, getting out of bed. Sounds simple and harmless, right? But one of the most dangerous things you can do in the morning, especially after passing the age of 70, is this seemingly normal action, getting out of bed too quickly, too suddenly. You might never give a second thought to jumping up, turning over, and placing your feet on the floor as soon as the alarm rings or your eyes open. It might be a habit deeply ingrained from decades past. But for older adults, this simple habit harbors insidious risks. It can lead to unexpected dizzy spells, cause a sudden drop in blood pressure, and worst of all, result in dangerous falls that can have severe consequences. Why is this so? As we age, the body's circulatory system loses its ability to adjust as quickly as it used to. It's like an old car that needs more time to accelerate or brake. After many hours of sleep, blood tends to pool in the lower parts of the body, legs and abdomen, due to gravity and relative immobility. The heart also beats at a slower rate during sleep. When you suddenly sit up or stand up too quickly from a lying position, your heart and blood vessels don't have time to react and compensate for this abrupt change in posture. Blood isn't pumped quickly enough to the brain, leading to a condition called orthostatic hypotension, postural hypotension. This is the culprit behind the dizziness, lightheadedness, blurred vision, or even fleeting fainting spells that many people over 70 experience in the morning. Try to recall, the last time you woke up, did you feel a little off balance for the first few seconds? Maybe your vision blurred slightly? Or did you have to steady yourself against the wall or bed frame for a moment before you could confidently take a step? That's not just a normal part of aging you should ignore. Those are clear warning signs that your body wasn't ready for that sudden movement. And if you're not careful, Just one fleeting moment of instability could lead to a dangerous fall. Consider the case of Mr. Edward, 74. Every morning, as an unchanging habit, he would wake up, swing his legs over the side of the bed, and stand up immediately. He never thought much of it until one fateful morning. As he stood up, he suddenly felt the world go dark and lost his balance. Luckily, he fell back onto the bed. Since then, Mr. Edward realized he needed to change the way he started his day, more slowly and safely. The solution to this problem is incredibly simple, yet provides powerful protection. Instead of jumping out of bed hastily, train yourself to follow a slow and conscious 3-step process. Upon waking, spend a few minutes truly awakening your body by taking deep breaths and gently moving your fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. Then, slowly roll onto your side and use your arms to support yourself as you sit up, placing your feet firmly on the floor. Finally, once seated securely, take at least 30 seconds to a minute to stabilize. Move your ankles, stretch gently before slowly standing up, using support if needed. It might seem like it takes a little extra time, but this small change in habit can significantly reduce the risk of dizziness, imbalance, and especially falls in the morning, one of the greatest enemies for older adults, potentially leading to fractures, prolonged hospitalization, and loss of independent mobility. So, if you're in the habit of getting out of bed too quickly, pause and reconsider. Just a few extra seconds, a few extra minutes slowed down, could be saving yourself from serious consequences. After getting out of bed safely, the next action is equally important. An extremely common mistake, often overlooked but very dangerous, especially after age 70. Not drinking water immediately after waking up. You might not think hydration is an urgent task first thing in the morning, but the truth is after hours of continuous sleep, your body is in a state of mild dehydration, even if you don't feel distinctly thirsty. And for older adults, this mild dehydration can have more serious consequences than you might imagine. Throughout the night, your body loses fluids through breathing, perspiration, and other metabolic processes. By the time you wake up, your blood is slightly thicker, your circulation is slower, and your body is operating at a fluid deficit. If you don't quickly replenish this lost fluid, it can contribute to or worsen problems like high blood pressure, poor circulation, increased risk of blood clots, leading to stroke or heart attack, putting a strain on the kidneys, and constipation. Reflect on how you usually feel in the morning. Dry mouth, stiff joints, lethargic, lacking energy. It takes a long time to feel fully awake. These can all be signs of dehydration. And if your first drink of the day is coffee instead of plain water, you might be making the problem worse. Consider the story of Mrs. Jane, 76. She had a habit of drinking coffee right after waking up. But as she got older, she started experiencing mild dizziness and brain fog in the mornings. Her doctor advised her to try drinking a large glass of plain water before her coffee. After just a few weeks, she felt more alert, had fewer headaches, and her energy levels improved noticeably. Plain water is essential for keeping blood flowing smoothly, helping kidneys function effectively, and reducing the burden on the heart. Drinking a glass of water right upon waking is like rebooting your body system. It helps boost metabolism, rehydrates organs, and gets circulation moving properly. If you're not used to drinking water in the morning, start simply with a small glass. Keep water bedside from the night before. Warm water or warm water with lemon are also good options. Your body needs proper hydration to function at its best. Don't wait until you're thirsty, as that's when your body is already dehydrated. Make drinking water the first habit of your day. Next, let's talk about the coffee habit. For millions, morning doesn't truly begin without that familiar cup of coffee. But here's the issue. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach can be one of the worst things you do for your body, especially after age 70. When you wake up, your stomach is empty, your body is sensitive, blood sugar is low, digestion is just starting, and cortisol, stress hormone, levels are at their peak. Drinking coffee, a strong stimulant, at this time can cause several undesirable reactions, spiking cortisol even higher, causing more stress on the body. stimulating excess stomach acid production, irritating the empty stomach lining, leading to indigestion, heartburn, or acid reflux, and affecting how your body processes sugar. Have you ever felt jittery, lightheaded, or even slightly nauseous after your morning coffee? That's your body signaling. For older adults, the digestive system is often more sensitive and acid tolerance is lower, so this irritation can become a daily issue without realizing its root cause. Consider Mr. Robert, 75. He always had black coffee before breakfast until he started experiencing frequent acid reflux. His doctor identified coffee before food as unnecessary stress on his digestive system. He started eating a light snack, banana, almonds, before his coffee, and his symptoms significantly improved within weeks. The key isn't necessarily giving up coffee, but adjusting the timing. Eating a small snack before your first cup helps buffer the acidity, stabilizes blood sugar, reduces the stress response, and slows caffeine absorption for a steadier energy boost. If you habitually reach for coffee first thing, try changing the order. Even a few crackers, a slice of toast, or a piece of fruit can make a big difference. Before taking that first sip tomorrow morning, ask yourself, have I given my stomach a buffer layer? A small change can protect your stomach, balance your energy, and help you feel your best. Finally, let's discuss how we start moving after waking up. One of the most dangerous mistakes you can make after 70 is underestimating the impact of morning stiffness and trying to move too quickly before your body is ready. Many people wake up feeling a bit stiff in their back, knees, shoulders, or other joints and dismiss it as a normal part of aging. They try to push through it, quickly getting up and starting their day without much thought, until one wrong step leads to sharp pain, an avoidable injury, or even a serious fall. Why does morning stiffness happen? During sleep, lack of movement and slower circulation cause muscles and joints to stiffen. This is especially common in older adults because the body naturally produces less synovial fluid, the joint lubricant, as we age, making joints less flexible, particularly after long periods of inactivity. The result is that when you first wake up, your body, especially the musculoskeletal system, isn't fully ready for vigorous or abrupt action. If you stand up too quickly, twist the wrong way, or take an unsteady step immediately, you're putting yourself at unnecessary risk of strains, sprains, or worse, falls. Recall a morning when you felt that familiar tightness. Maybe it went away after a few minutes, or maybe you just ignored it. But ignoring morning stiffness day after day can lead to bigger issues down the road. Limited mobility, chronic pain, or worse, a sudden injury that could have been prevented. Take Mr. Walter, 78. He considered himself fairly active, so he'd just power through morning stiffness. Then one morning, rushing to the bathroom, he lost his balance and fell hard on his hip. That single moment led to months of painful recovery, all because he hadn't taken a few extra minutes to gently warm up his body. The good news is preventing this mistake is incredibly simple. Before even sitting up, take a few minutes to gently wake up your joints right there in bed. Wiggle fingers and toes, rotate wrists and ankles. Then, still lying down, do a few gentle knee-to-chest stretches, knee sways, gentle twists, or arm stretches. Once you sit up on the edge of the bed, roll your shoulders, gently tilt your head, take deep breaths, and do a few more gentle stretches. Before standing, make sure you feel less stiff. Stand up slowly, using support if needed. This process only takes 5 to 10 minutes, but makes a world of difference, helping you start the day feeling confident and safer. It's also crucial to be mindful of your first steps. Use a sturdy surface for support if needed and avoid rushing, especially in dim lighting. Your body needs time to adjust. Walking slowly and consciously for the first few minutes helps prevent unnecessary strain and reduces the risk of imbalance. The next time you wake up feeling a bit stiff, don't ignore it. Give your body the time it needs to transition gently into movement. Maintaining activity and independence starts with protecting your mobility, and that begins the moment you get out of bed. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on your own morning routine. Have you ever made one of these mistakes without realizing it? Getting out of bed too quickly? Skipping water? Coffee on an empty stomach? ignoring stiffness and rushing? The truth is, the habits we build in the morning set the tone for the rest of the day. And after 70, those habits become even more crucial. They profoundly impact long-term health and our ability to maintain independence. A strong, healthy morning routine isn't about drastic changes. It's about small, conscious adjustments to protect your body, keep your mind sharp, and ensure you start the day feeling your best. Whether it's pausing before getting out of bed, prioritizing hydration, being mindful of coffee timing, or gently easing into movement, these small changes add up. Over time, they can mean the difference between staying active and independent or facing unnecessary health risks. Many assume health problems in old age are inevitable, but that's not entirely true. The choices you make every day, especially in those first moments of the morning, have a major impact on your longevity, energy levels, clarity, and overall well-being. The key is awareness. Now that you know these 4 common mistakes, you have the power to avoid them and take control of your mornings in a way that supports your health for years to come. What stood out to you the most today? Which morning habit do you think you need to adjust? Or do you feel proud that you've already been doing something right? We'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below, sharing one thing you learned or a change you plan to implement. Your thoughts and experiences are important, not just to us, but potentially inspiring to others. Reading your comments always gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you found this video helpful and valuable, please hit the like button, share it with friends and loved ones, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to catch other meaningful content. Your support is invaluable in helping us continue creating quality content. Thank you for watching. May you always have peaceful, healthy mornings and a life full of energy. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.